Yay. Hey everyone. Trying out some of the new YouTube camera feature. It's kind of nice how it blows it up a little different, got a different screen to it. Just getting ready to head off to the gym. I did notice one thing different. When I normally stream, everything is forward. Well, this is backwards, like streaming on YouTube, on Facebook. So my shirt's backwards. It's interesting. I'm just stopping in a quick check, because man, I'll tell you what, I can't tell if I need to go to the hospital or not. I've been out a while. And sometimes, no matter how long we've had this or how hard, whatever we've done, sometimes you just can't tell. Oh, man, just last 4 days or so, I just can't get going. I know CF dragged us down. I'm a little older. I am 45 and still dealing with this. I'm 30-something% lungs, but some days, the last couple days, I just can't get going, which sometimes is a sign for me. A little sleepy. I've got enough caffeine in me. I should be ready to go to the gym here in a minute. Just wow. I've been out, the longest I've been out now in probably 6-7 years, if I remember right. But so maybe I'm due. I've took my temperature. I know that doesn't do it all the time, but my temperature is actually running pretty normal for me, about 96.7 to 97.4. I did take some Tylenol to kind of help combat the bullshit going on. What I call the CF blahs, even Tylenol, which doesn't do much for my other issues, does help a little. I wish I could take ibuprofen and Aleve. Aleve is my god. More often, but they up my bleeding issue, which I have enough of right now. Yeah. So I can't take the good stuff to make my joints and some other parts feel better. Maybe bring this. Maybe it's some of it's inflammation I got going on. I know my back is really bad, which Tylenol does very little for. So I mean, you're kind of catch-22. I did notice one nice thing about this new feature here. I can see the delay is much less. But the backwards thing, I don't like that on Facebook, so I really don't dig it on here, and I don't wonder why it has to be backwards. Makes no sense. I don't know, even know if my microphone setting's high enough. It's got the setting thing down here. I'll turn it up a little bit. I'm not sure what it's doing here. It's picking me up, so we'll see what happens. Hell, I'm not even sure which microphone it's using, even though I think this one's disconnected. Because that one there, I need to change my streamer, my embedding software, if I can use that one. Or my stream software, yeah, whatever. I gotta stop on. I mean, geez, some days. Getting ready to head off to the gym. It's gonna be a rough day. As tight as my back is, tight as this area is, tight as I think my lungs are. The treadmill's gonna suck. So I'll adapt that down to keep my O2 where I need it to. Then it's gonna be fun. Leg day, yay! And my knees hurt because it was in the upper 30s and rainy here yesterday. That and I'm 45 and had the CF joint issues along with being my age and 6-7 days a week in the gym for 30+ years. Ugh. Oh, it's gonna be a fun day. And get back here, walk the dog, and do my main live stream on my other channel. But yeah, I just wonder. I mean, I know we all have this, but when it gets a little worse, how do you gauge when or not you need to go into the hospital? I mean, it's a little harder when you have private insurance in a way. I have private insurance, which I've been lucky enough. I've worked hard my whole life. My wife's worked hard. That gives us a nice freedom. If I got on the rest of disability where I had to have Medicaid or Medicare, whatever it is, that's when they want me to not have anything. I mean, everything I've had a 30-year career for is taken away from me. And that's kind of horse crap. Why do I have to contribute for 30 years, which I did? The IRS people were freaked out when they were trying to find out about my disability because they showed at different times in my life. I've had 3 jobs at once at different times, paying in a huge amount for a blue-collar guy. I paid in a large amount of money. So why is it now that I need this when I finally been told you gotta stop? Why do I have to give up everything I've worked for? Since I paid in like insane amounts for, I guess, from what he told me, for somebody making what I did, doing what I did, I paid in a large amount of money. Yet then the government says, give it all, get rid of all your crap. It doesn't matter whether you paid in, your stuff goes away. So private insurance, this it helps. So I get to keep all my stuff, or as much as I can afford to keep. But private insurance is a little more cranky than my friends I know about outgoing inpatient. Friends I know on government, Medicare, Medicaid, it's a little easier for them to go inpatient. They don't quite bitch right away about going in. Private insurance almost makes you have to have an emergency admit every time, and puts a hell of an onerous on the doctors at times to prove it's emergency admit. So it's like, what the hell? Which I would think the insurance company I mean, I've got a good record of not going in, or until I have to, or sometimes overdoing it. When I'm in there, I'm in the physical therapy, I'm over the field house next door exercising when they would give me a chance of being hooked. You would think they'd be more, hey, go in and get fixed, and so you don't have to have these long stays, and so you don't have to have more expensive medications outpatient or more expensive stuff inpatient. It just kind of seems counterintuitive a little bit to their, I don't know, like they'd rather you be super sick before you went in and really have a holy crap and a lot of spending in there. A lot more physical therapists, respiratory therapists, a lot more medications, a lot more of this, a lot more days in. I mean, do you think that'd be, I don't know. Maybe I just can't do 2 + 2 properly because not enough air. You know, I mean, ugh. And I just, boy, trying to get going. Some days. For you younger ones out there, bust your butt to use everything you got because it doesn't get any easier. No matter how good or bad you have CF, use every bit you have and try to use just a teeny bit more. If they give you heart rate and maximum and O2 minimums, try to push it just a little teeny bit. Don't damage yourself. Oh, yeah, this is one of my gym shirts. Some people have no sense of humor about this, by the way. Some people don't have a sense of humor. You can get CF people mad at you for making CF jokes when you have CF. Some people don't like other PC words. I've had people get angry at me for using the word retard, which in a proper term is when I use it. I have nothing not using it most of the time for Down syndrome people, even though it is the actual proper term for them too. Retarded means slow to learn. That's all it means. And people go off, you know what it's like to have an illness. Haha, guess what? Do. Yet then when they find that out, they still want to lambaste. Whatever. Kind of wandering off the subject because maybe I'm trying to put off going to the gym. I don't know. But I do have to get going. Try to come on and throw that out here. How do you know? Is there always a litmus test you know? Because I know for a lot of us, you get more tired, or you're sleepy longer, or you just don't have the energy, or like this morning, it took me a couple hours really to get going. And as much as my wife has been around this for a decade or so now, there's times she looks at me and goes, well, you didn't do more than that, or I've seen the looks, or sometimes she'll say it, and she's not, I don't know what it would be like to try to show her. She does have some energy issues, so maybe a little more understanding than a lot of people, but if you just can't get it going some days, no matter what you do. I got this morning, had caffeine, and jumped around and tried to move, and it just felt like molasses the whole time. I was trying to pedal a bike in mud. So hopefully I'm trying to talk this up, energize myself, get to the gym, and do a decent workout. If I do a good workout, maybe jazz me up, pull me out of this, do some good therapy tonight, pound on these lungs, and I got to film my lower nightly therapies on my inversion too coming up. I got to be careful on my left side, because when I'm bleeding, if I do this side too much, or even this front too hard, it amps up my bleeding. Yay. Also, I started the Cayston 2 days ago. If you read the side effects of your Cayston, one of the side effects is may cause bleeding. Yay. And I've had a bleeding issue off and on. more on, off and on the last like 6-7 years. Sometimes it gets decently damned annoying, lasts 7 to 10 days, but it's not enough to do too much about it. The surgeries have a lot of side effects also, especially if you're at my level. If you're in a 30% area, they don't want to be digging in there too much. It could exacerbate the problem and really, I don't want that. Yeah, I'm still kind of putting up a fight on the transplant. I want one. If I get that point, hell yes. People not wanting one kind of could perplex me, but people to see if they don't go to the gym, do what you can do. I can't run anymore, but my lungs won't handle that, my knees so much. But I mean, I don't understand why they don't go to the gym more. All the ones I've known over the years in the hospital, and even kind of out, maybe 20% go to the gym, if that. I've only gotten 1 or 2 ever in 30 years over there at this care center, 30 plus years. Wow. To ever go to the field house next door and exercise with me, it's hard. I feel so bad for the therapist there, because you maybe 10 to 20%, 25% of all the CFers in at the time will actually go down and do physical therapy. They just refuse. And they're really good about working to your level. With me, it's the other way around. They're kind of trying to stop me at their level. They get a little annoyed. Because I go down in workout clothes and got my headphones on, my tablet, and pounding hardcore club and dance or dubstep or something, and really pounding it out. They get a little annoyed with me. But I'm still here. Hopefully it's gym workout. Hopefully I've jazzed myself up enough to get to the gym. That keeps my weight up. I mean, as you can see, I'm not doing too bad. 45. I'm actually a little overweight right now. I lost so much weight the last exacerbation when I caught that RSV and I was in the hospital. I mean, I should have been in probably longer. I should have got in longer. I was pretty sick at home. 5, 6, almost 7 days before I even went into the hospital. My wife and I finally, that's it. She had to even wheel me to the floor because first time ever for me, I was so sick. I lost about 16 pounds or more during that illness. Yeah, 22 days. Wow, a little over 22 days in the hospital. Sick a full 30, 35 days. Lost a lot of weight. I busted my ass, ate till I felt sick a lot. Just trying to pick up something. I've actually put a teeny bit of body fat on here, which actually kind of bothers me in a way, having that little thing down there. But also now I know I have a buffer. If I have an exacerbation, I can drop this instead of this, because it took me so long to pick up the muscle mass again, to pick up the weight. It's kind of annoying. And finally, even with the joint damage it did huge amounts of joint damage, which made a lot of things worse. It's taken me a long time to get to my joints to heal enough to be able to do it properly. They're about as good as they're ever going to get now. But the muscle mass has finally started coming back. It's another thing a lot of people don't realize about weightlifting. If you are too thin in tone, it's actually hard for you to gain muscle mass. Your body needs this kind of little bit of a fuel tank. So if you're walking around with a 6 or 8 pack or 20 pack abs, you won't gain as much muscle. Just a fact. A lot of guys, if they gain muscle that way, they're using tons of supplements. Yes, I know I'm rambling. Maybe I'm kind of avoiding the gym. I do have to get going. How do you know if you have to go to the hospital for sure? Do you have a set way to know? What do you do to stay out? But this is Kylie from Cystic Fibrosis Purple People Eater, and I will talk to you later. Bye. It's interesting. Interesting.